a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, I'll let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, back at with another video. And yeah, guys, this coaching staff definitely needs to go. So many changes needs to be made. I'm pretty sure you already guys saw from my last video about what happened with the game. The Bears were up 28-7 going into the fourth quarter against the Denver Broncos. Justin Fields having the game of his life, throwing for over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Matt Eberflus and this defense completely shat the bed, gave up blowing a 24 or 21 point lead and losing the game 31-28. Mm-hmm. So I got my guest Chuck Full Damage Miller here. He's going to be giving his thoughts. So Chuck, if people don't already know who you are, please introduce yourself to the crew or the.
What's going on out there, KO Sports Talk Land? I am Chuck Full Damage One Miller, the biggest Bears fan that you know, and I'm here to let y'all know this is a travesty in terms of what we got that we call a coaching staff here in Chicago. Matt Eberflus is a guy that I was never big on, even when the Bears first announced him as the head coaching hire. For one reason, I didn't know nothing about this guy. Never seen him before. Didn't know where he came from. Then I found out that, he's a family member of the McCaskies. He's married into the family. So now not only is he a no-name to me, but now there's nepotism involved. So this is a mafia type thing where we're keeping it all in the family by bringing him on board. You sat here and you've allowed Justin Fields to be stoned week in and week out for being this horrendous quarterback. This dude who can't play the position, a guy who's been playing his position since he was 3 years old and playing at a very high level. A guy who didn't know anything about losing at the quarterback position until he came to Chicago. I think he lost maybe 4 games in his entire football career up until he got to Chicago. Now all of a sudden he comes here. He does not play the position. The reason the Bears are losing is because he's just horrible at what he does. And we're going to let the media and the public and social media and then whatever other outlets out here destroy this man public. We're not going to defend him. We're not going to have his back. We're not going to support our guy. We're just going to let the world piss on him and tell him it's raining. This is what we're going to do. Well, so much yesterday, here you got this guy, Justin Fields, who has finally gotten back to doing what he is more than capable of doing every game. He got back to Justin Fields brand of football. Sliced the world on fire. Starts the game off 16 straight completions, breaking a Bears record for most completed passes to start a game in franchise history.
16 for 16, 231 yards. First half.
231 yards, 3 TDs. He's on fire out here. He's helped your team amass a 21-7 lead at halftime and added on to that in the third quarter with another touchdown pass that was in stellar fashion. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. He bought time in the pocket until Khalil Herbert popped free and hit him for a touchdown in the end zone to make the score 28-7. Justin Fields did his job. Now enter Coach Eberflus, who's supposed to be the defensive guru that they hired from the Indianapolis Colts. He's coming in here with the his philosophy. He's getting rid of players because they don't fit his scheme and his philosophy. We're going to let Roquan Smith, who's working.
Travis Gibson go.
We're going to let him walk. We're going to let Travis Gibson go. We're going to let
who had a strip sack, not to mention he had a strip sack on Joe Burrow.
Robert Quinn go. You let who was this, the Lewis guy? What's his name? They had him in the preseason. Lewis, number 52. He was wearing Khalil Mack's old number. But
Terrell Lewis.
You let all of these guys go. because according to you, nobody fits your philosophy. And yesterday, with a 21-point lead, game on the line, you let Russ get to cooking, and your philosophy was non-existent. It was null and void. Russ was out there frying your defense. Everybody points at Justin Fields. Everything goes back to Justin Fields. Why is Justin Fields giving you a 28-point lead, or 21-point lead, putting up 28 unanswered points, or giving you a 28
going into the fourth quarter, there's
and
28
you're not able to bring this home? If defense is your strong point, your defense should have stood on its head to get this job done. 2 weeks in a row, your defense has looked like trash. 14 games in a row, your defense has given up 25 points or better. Let that sink in. Your defensive guru, Alan Williams, has resigned as your defensive coordinator. You're supposed to be all about this, and you can't stop a nosebleed when it counts. So do explain to me and all the Chicago Bears land, all Chicago Bears man, why you still have a head coaching job today. You gave up 41 to Kansas City. You gave up 41 to the defending Super Bowl champs. We look like a high school
just
team
laid
out
down.
there.
They could have run that score up. They could have scored 60 on us if they wanted to.
And then with Justin Fields completely on fire and zoned in, you give this game completely away. 4th and 1, we're on the 18-yard line. You're going to tell me you made a decision to go for it on 4th and 1 when we're tied 28 all with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go? Where is the logic and the knowledge in that? And then look at the play you run. You run out of shotgun on a 4th and 1. You run out of shotgun and you give the ball to Khalil Herbert. Now, forgive me, people, if I'm wrong or if my judgment is off here, but my knowledge of the game tells me that if it's a big play, you want the ball in the big play, in the big player's hands that's on your team. Whoever your big playmakers are, that's who you give the ball to. If it's a big play, a 4th and 1, you want your best player on the field making that decision and having that ball to find out what's going on. Why are you taking the ball out of Justin Fields' hands and putting it in the hands of Khalil Herbert? Now, granted, I'm not taking nothing away from Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert had an outstanding game.
Yeah, an outstanding game.
100+ rushing yards. He caught a TD. He was hard as hell to stop out there. So
hell, they could have ran a I formation for all I care. Why do you run a shotgun pass? They could have ran an I formation.
Do that. First off, you got to understand game situation. In game situation, you do not go for it on 4th and 1 when you're on the 18-yard line with a chip shot 35-yard field goal that will give you the lead back in the game with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go. I don't give a hell what Russ them doing on the other side. You need the lead in order to win. You don't win without the lead. Mm-hmm. But this guy gave up an opportunity to get the lead and then turn around with his outstanding defense, gave up a 47-yard chunk play down the field. What defense do you know is going to give up a bomb at that point in the game? The worst defenses is not giving you that.
Coaching.
That is horrible, horrible coaching on Matt Eberflus' part. He needs to go. Point blank, period. And the only reason he's still here is because he's in the family, bro.
I agree. I definitely agree. And there's so much dysfunction going on with the Chicago Bears. Chase Claypool, I'm pretty sure you already heard about this past game. He didn't suit up for this game. He was inactive. And now they're saying that they're trying to trade him. They're trying to trade him for at least a 5th or 6th round. He's not around the building. I mean, just because he said that he's not being utilized the proper way. And Justin Fields, he even reiterated that he's not being used the proper way. So it's definitely coaching. A lot of these players, they're not really buying into what Matt Eberflus is doing. They're not buying into the system. And you definitely see it from the players' faces. I mean, you see it from Chase Claypool.
Not to cut you off, bro. Let me jump in here with this on the point that you just made. I don't think that it's a thing where the players are not buying into his system. Honestly, I think all the players are on board, and they really are here rallying around Justin Fields. They see greatness in this guy, and they want to be a part of this greatness exploding. I think what has happened is they bought into a system that Matt Eberflus has put out here, and they're now seeing that it doesn't work. It's a system that fails.
True.
And so now everybody wants answers. There's frustration. There are no results coming out of this. You didn't sit here and had Ryan Poles with almost upwards of $200 million in the offseason to bring in everybody you're asking for. And there's no results. And it's not because of the people that he brought in. These are good players. They're quality players. Anywhere else, these guys are making Pro Bowls. These guys are making plays.
Look at David Montgomery.
But now they get to Chicago, and under Matt Eberflus's regime, which everyone in Twitter land is killing him today. They're calling him Eber fraud or Eberflus, as they should. Now under his regime, nobody can play. Everybody forgot how to do this. Are you kidding me? And that's the building excuse he's allowing the press to have towards his players. You know, you can dog walk Justin Fields all in the press conferences. You can dog walk defensive players all in the press conference. Chase Claypool is a washed-up Hasbro has-been all in the press conferences. Nobody in his coaching staff is coming to the defense of these players. They're letting them be ragged and dogged out on every front. But yet, you're supposed to be this guru of a coach, and all of your greatness is supposed to stand out, and you're supposed to make great things happen. What happened yesterday? Explain yourself. I'd love to hear it. I heard the press conference. That didn't give me any explanations. I love their
right. I know they were grilling him. They were grilling him on the Chase Claypool situation.
Yeah, and also on the last play of the game, they were grilling him on that.
They're grilling him on that. Yeah, the 4th and 1. Or yeah, no, I'm sorry. The
that
4th
one.
And
you said it right.
Yeah, the 4th and 1. Yeah, the 4th and 1. Yeah. Like, why didn't you? They're saying, why didn't you just kick the field goal, or what was the situation?
Bottom line, bro, he sucks as a coach. This dude cannot coach. I don't know what he did in Indianapolis, and I don't care. In Chicago, he is not the man for the job here. And Ryan Poles needs to grow a pair and get this dude out of town. Now, I know Ryan Poles publicly professed that he was the one that signed Matt Eberflus when he became the general manager. Nothing could be further from the truth. He didn't sign Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus was hired here before Ryan Poles got hired here. How in the hell can you hire somebody as a general manager of the Chicago Bears to be your head coach if he got hired before you got here? You didn't even have a job yet, bro.
And I just wanted to show you this. It was like this article. Somebody showed me this from Adam Johns. That I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna share my screen with you. But somebody pulled this up. I think it was from Adam Johns. That Ryan Poles had a say in Matt Eberflus being hired. I'm gonna show you the Here we go.
Okay.
All right, you see it?
I do.
All right. So this one says, for all Bears fans, of course, from Chicago Bears Central. This is a report from The Athletic. Adam Johns paints a brighter picture. The second round of the Bears head coaching interviews belonged to Poles. Not only did Chairman George McCaskey and team president Ted Phillips step out of the way when Jim Caldwell, Matt Eberflus, and Dan Quinn were entertained at Hallis Hall on Tuesday and Wednesday, but advisor Bill Polian wasn't involved. In fact, one league source said Polian wasn't even at Hallis Hall. If Poles want to expand the search, so be it. This is what George McCaskey said. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, Chuck, about what that whole article said from Adam Johns.
I don't know how credible that is. To me, it's fool's gold. It is damage control. Everybody is trying to clean up messes at Hallis Hall right now. And truth, John Burris, really. What's going
Freaking
on,
Tio.
bro? You a menace. Yeah, no thanks, Tio. We don't need your yeah.
All right, what you saying?
You're hilarious. Welcome to the show, fellas. But yeah, nah, bro. Nah, all of this is damage
Take that for a
control.
grain of salt.
Yeah, bro. It's damage control. They did this whole process backwards, bro. I and T.O. from Real Street Sports Talk, we were talking about this. You hired the head coach first, then you went and hired the general manager, then you went and hired the president of football operations. That's not
backwards.
the order in which you hire. The process is usually you hire the president first, then you hire the general manager with the president's input, then you hire the head coach with the president and the general manager's input. That's the process. They did it backwards. They did it on purpose that way so that they can set things up like they wanted. This is horrible, bro. And the sad thing in all of this is Justin Fields' career in terms of greatness or whatever it could potentially be is never going to be realized so long as he's in Chicago. Right now, I'm of the mindset the best thing for Justin Fields right now is to get out of town and save his career, bro. Because you're not going to have a career in Chicago with the way
I can see him being traded to Atlanta. Atlanta, they got a good.
Atlanta would love to have him. He'd be the greatest thing to happen to them since
Arthur Smith with him.
Matty
Yeah,
Ice,
he'll be good.
Matt Ryan. It'd be the greatest thing to happen to them since Matty Ice was there. Bro. Real talk.
Combine him with Arthur Smith, who's very good. I mean, Bijan Robinson, those weapons.
Kyle
Drake
Pitts,
London.
sorely being used, rarely being used properly. You got London Drake. You got a nice team built over there that's lacking a quarterback, bro. That's lacking a quarterback. He'll be great there. But for this one here, because right now he's in the Bears uniform, so I'm gonna keep on cheering for Justin Fields. But for this town here, this organization sucks. They're horrible, bro. There's no way this kid should be out there dealing with this in year 3 of his NFL career. Everybody's assaulting him and blaming him for everything that's going on. And what's worse, this coaching staff not once goes to bat for him. The best coach we got on this coaching staff right now is Luke Getsy. And this is the second-year offensive coordinator who's still learning himself. Luke Getsy started off this year kind of bad. He did some things different, tried to change some things with Justin Fields. Okay, it didn't work. But to his credit, Luke Getsy went back into the lab. He's got his thoughts back together. He got Justin Fields back on track and it showed in this last game. What you saw last game was the potential of what this team is supposed to be, bro. This is what you brought these pieces in for Justin Fields.
The only thing I didn't like about it was that he got too conservative in the fourth quarter. Well, parts of like the third quarter and the fourth quarter.
I like to say
he kept running the ball. They should have just kept throwing it. Like you should have just kept giving the ball to Justin Fields. And you should have just kept putting their foot on their throats. Like just kept like slinging the ball because
keep attacking.
Because their secondary, especially their zone, couldn't do nothing. When they were running zone, they couldn't do nothing.
28 points does not go a long way in the NFL anymore. I would say 31 is the new 21. It used to be a time when you had great defenses out here in the NFL, but if you score 21 points, you should win the game. Now you need at least 31 on the board. At least 31 points on the board if you want to win for sure. 28 points. Bears got comfortable. Who was that? Luke Getsy took his foot off the gas from an offensive perspective. Although I really feel that Luke Getsy probably coached his best game so far as an offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears in this game. It's still a learning experience for him. So Luke Getsy gets a hall pass from me. He got it together, bro. He made adjustments. That's the thing that becomes a sore sticking point for me, a sore spot for me when it comes to Matt Eberflus. I'm watching your offensive coordinator make adjustments. Luke Getsy is doing what he got to do to make adjustments. But you, sir, are the defensive coordinator and the head coach of this team, and you lack the ability to make adjustments. There are no adjustments that was being made by him when he seen Russ get to cooking, when he seen him throwing the ball deep, when he seen his guys getting beat over the top. What adjustments did you make? Where are your adjustments?
You scored 14 points on two possessions? On 2 possessions in the fourth quarter.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So Right now, he just got
And
to
the
go.
third down conversions, they were 6 of 11 on third down conversions.
With the
That's freaking
money,
crazy.
with the money that this team has spent, with the money that Ryan Poles has invested in all of these players across the board, and the moves that he's made, which I still hold to be brilliant moves for the most part, there is no excuse for Matt Eberflus not being able to win a game. You haven't won a game in 14 tries, bro. Your defense, which you're supposed to be known for, is giving up 25 points a game. There is no excuse for you. The Bears brass ought to be embarrassed today to still walk in Hallis Hall and wake up with this dude at the ranks of head coach over their team. They should be embarrassed right now.
They should, and I definitely agree. I mean, Matt Eberflus definitely needs to go. I mean, I like the fact that the Bears media, they're putting so much pressure on this coaching staff. I mean, there's so much drama going on with the Allen Williams situation, with him resigning and his situation going on, the Chase Claypool situation, the Justin Fields situation. I mean, so much drama going on with the Chicago Bears, but pointing to that, I kind of wanted to shift to kind of like the next topic, because we don't have time to, dwell on this loss because we got the Commanders coming up. We got the Washington Commanders coming up, and last game they faced the Eagles. They were giving so much fits to Jalen Hurts up until the last quarter going into OT.
Overtime, right?
Yeah, overtime, until they won it in overtime. So going into this game, how are the Chicago Bears, with the way we lost to the Denver Broncos, how are we going to go to FedEx Stadium in Washington, with our morale, with everything that's going on with Chicago? What are your expectations for the Chicago Bears going into FedEx Stadium against the Washington Commanders?
Yeah, right. This is one of those situations where your team has to have a short memory. The team has to have a short memory because we don't have time to lick our wounds, to wallow in sorrow for the way things are going. We got to get ready for this team. So my expectations going into this game Thursday night is that the Bears should have come away from this last game with a bunch of positives to look forward to. The end result was not what we wanted, but our offense was clicking. That is a plus. We needed to get that going, and we got it going, and it was cooking and cooking tremendously. I think that the Bears have to build on that. You got to continue to foster the excitement of what you just saw that this offense can produce. You got to keep executing. You got to keep it going there. And you just got to clean up the mistakes around that. Matt Eberflus has to figure out what it looks like to coach a real defense, to play defense. You don't just put everybody in a cover 4 shell and drop everybody back and hope for the best. That's not how you play defense in the NFL. You have to mix it up. You have to send pressures. You got to send blitzes. You got to zone blitz. You got to do some things. You got Sam Howell, who's a rookie for all intents and purposes, coming out here trying to do his thing, going up against the Bears. This should be where we are licking our chops for this defense to lick his wounds and get better. That being said, I said that last week. Don't know what a Matt Eberflus defense is going to be capable of doing, because he's shown me absolutely nothing that we should be able to trust in or depend on. So to answer your question more succinctly, though, we just got to have a short memory, bro. We got to get ready for the game. We got to play with the confidence that Justin Fields came out there with, that this offense showed, with the pinpoint accuracy that he showed. And I pray to God that the Bears brass, and I'm speaking more so succinctly to Ryan Poles and anybody else.
Kevin Warren, you too.
Kevin Warren, I pray to God they're able to reach out to Chase Claypool and shore things up with this guy. I still believe Claypool is a next level talent. I think he's got that ability. I know Bears fans are hard on him, and justly so. Justly so. I'm not going to say that he doesn't deserve some of what he's catching from Bears fans, but do I think he's a wash product? No, I do not. Do I think the Bears have figured out how to use him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think that's where the problem in lies. And I hope that they can keep this guy in-house. He can be very instrumental to what the Bears can do success-wise this year. We're 0-4, but the season is not over. This is just the first quarter of the season, people. We got 2 more quarters of this season to go, or 3 more. Was it 3 more quarters? I'm sorry, I'm not calculating right.
Yeah,
3 more quarters of the season to go. We gotta get all of our horses in the stable, bro. We gotta get everything going. Tio, you can say that your team is 2-2. They can't really beat too many people themselves, bro. So
y'all got blown out by the Lions too. Right, Lions are looking good. Yeah, I gotta give it to the Lions, man.
Lions got a sword in the basement right now. Can't imagine.
Especially Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator.
Yeah. So right now my focus is on the Chicago Bears, not the Green Bay Packers. That's where my talk is going to be, sir. So if you want to talk about that crap with anybody else, or or any other people in Green Bay land, go over there and do that. I don't care right now. But yeah, we got to get our focus back. We got to get our team back together. We got to get everybody back on the same page. I don't think it's fair to bring Chase Claypool up in here, have this porous display of what you call coaching going on offense and defense, and then when it finally gets together, now you want to penalize him because he had something to say and spoke honestly in a press conference. That's insulting. Y'all want to sit here and you talk about players, Matt Eberflus, and you throw them under the bus all the time in press conferences. But when they tell the truth on you, now it's gag orders, and everybody got to be inactive, and everything's got to change, and what have you. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. Get that guy back in here. He deserves a fair chance to play in this offense when it's executed properly, where he can be vitally used, bro. Matt Eberflus got to go.
Right, he does. And I just wanted to kind of reiterate, based off of, kind of like with what Eberflus is saying, because his philosophy is definitely not working. And this is how I feel about him. This is how I feel about Matt Eberflus. Mm-hmm. This is how I really feel about him. He's a freaking clown. I'm sorry. He's a clown.
He's a clown. Every version of a clown you can find. I go.
He's a clown.
Very much the truth. Very much
He's
the truth.
He's a clown. Right? Because I mean, you're talking about your hits of philosophy, and like it's not showing on the field. A bunch of guys loafing, not tackling.
Coach, what I would love to know is, what is the hits philosophy? I think you gave it a better definition than what he has, bro. When you was explaining it to me, you made it make sense. It doesn't make sense. You got a hits philosophy where nobody hits. Is that the hits philosophy? Don't hit nobody.
Right. There's no hustling. There's no intensity. There's no takeaways. There's no situational awareness. When on 4th and 1, right, you didn't even kick the field goal to at least make it a 3-point lead. At worst, you could have been tied, and then y'all could have gone to overtime, and you know what would have happened. The same thing with hustle. A bunch of guys missing their assignments. Blown coverages when Tariq Stevenson missed Jerry Jeudy on that halfback slant towards that touchdown. The intensity. Where's the intensity? Where is it? I don't see people flying to the ball. What happened when they faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Jalen Johnson did that peanut punch? Nobody was hustling to the ball to get it. What happened when, like I said, when you gave up when the after we missed that 4th and 1, and then when Russell Wilson threw that 30-yard dime all the way toward the field goal range, no one was there to pretty much make any stops. I mean, where is it? I don't see no hits philosophy.
Everybody always missing in action in your hits philosophy?
Getting hurt.
Your defensive scheme. How is there always a hole for somebody to be opening in your defensive scheme? Or better yet, how you always calling the same defensive plays over and over and over again? I saw Swifty do a breakdown of his so-called his philosophy.
The Kansas City.
I saw him do a breakdown, of this defense, and when we played against Kansas City, and it was atrocious. Clip after clip after clip after clip after clip. I watched Swifty talking about them doing the same cover 4 shell defense, play after play after play, not changing it ever. What do you think Patrick Mahomes is? You think he's some buffoon? You gonna keep running the same defense at Patrick Mahomes, and he's just gonna let it keep happening, and he's not gonna keep taking advantage of it? So what did Patrick Mahomes do? He figured out where the opening was, and he just kept hitting that opening. He kept hitting the Reese guy, Reese Davis or whatever his name is, kept hitting that dude right underneath, and everything's up the gut, 12, 15, right. 20 yards, straight up the gut.
Like, why are you running a lot of these soft zone coverages? Why are you only rushing 4? You're not running no blitz.
Is it that you don't trust the players that you have on the team? And if you don't trust the players that you have on the team, why didn't you have Ryan Post to address that? With all the money he was spending in the offseason, he could have got who you needed. He could have got him. You know what I mean? Come on now. But this is his philosophy.
Yeah, exactly. You're instrumental in us getting, Edmonds and Edwards, and then you're the one who pretty much put Travis Gibson, who freaking cut Travis Gibson, who had him traded to the Titans because you felt that he wasn't good enough to be on the team. And now look at him. He's thriving with the Tennessee Titans. Terrell Lewis, you felt like you needed to cut him and put in another guy, Rasheem Green, who hasn't really done anything. You're making Yannick Ngakoue look like just like nobody. Like how many sacks does he have? Like what, 1 or 2? Yannick Ngakoue?
If I'm totally honest, and to be honest with you, if I'm totally honest, of the front 4 players that we have, Yannick Ngakoue honestly is the only one that really shows any drive. Like he has a self-motive that he's really trying to get.
And Andrew Billings too. Andrew Billings.
Yeah, I don't know. Even with Billings, bro, we can gash up the middle on run plays, bro. So where are we showing up at is what I want to know. And is this a lack of talent, as T.O. always alludes to, or is this a thing where
coaching issue?
Coaching has taken the drive out of these players. It's possible they can work both ways with that. Now, I'll say this: players should never let anything stop their motives from running. That's a
self-taught.
Right. It's a self-built-in thing. That's got to come from within to have that kind of motive, to have the kind of drive to get up and go, to keep it going. Yeah. That's what that's got to be. But even if that's the case, that they're allowing that to impact them, that tells me that you're a porous motivator, Matt Eberflus. Head coach is supposed to have a rally cry. He's supposed to have, yodel, if you will, a yell. I don't know what you call mating call, whatever you want to call it. He's supposed to have something that he says that get those players fired up. You gotta get them going.
Did you see Mike Tomlin's interview after they lost to the Houston Texans? Yeah, after they got blown out, he said changes need to be made. Like somebody asked him, "Do you believe changes need to be made?" He's like, "Hell yeah, changes needs to be made." And then look at Mike Tomlin.
Oh, Mike Tomlin. Okay. No, I didn't see his interview, bro.
He knows that there needs to be some change after they lost to the Houston Texans like that, 30-6. But our coach, we lose 31-28. We got blown out by Kansas City Chiefs, and he's like saying,
it's the players' fault.
Yeah, he's like saying, he'll say this: I like what we did today. I like some stuff that we did today. We're very close to breaking out.
We've been close for about.
He doesn't take any accountability.
We've been close for about 11 out of the 14 games. Yeah.
Right, and we lose. We give up 25 points per game and like 14 straight games.
Think about this for what it's worth, Go. We got a 14-game losing streak with Justin Fields at the quarterback, DJ Moore at wide receiver, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson, Deontay Foreman, DeMarcus Walker, Yannick Ngakoue, Jermaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon on this team, you'll take them same guys and put them with any other coach that's worth his salt. I promise you, we're nowhere near a 14-game losing streak. Probably it'd be closer to somewhat like maybe an 8-9 game winning streak rather than a 14-game losing streak. These dudes can play ball, bro. These are ball players. I'm naming it to you, bro. These are ball players. These dudes did not become bums overnight. Yeah, we know what you are, Theo.
I'm tired of these Fairweather Bears fans. Kofi, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yep. Fairweather's trying to say Fields is the problem. People are saying some of these fans saying, "Oh, let's put in Tyson Bagent." I'm not even going to name names, but they know who they are.
And in fairness to Bears fans, let me say this: they have seen turd show after turd show of what the Chicago Bears brass has produced and has put out here. I think all Bears fans have a right to be fed up, to have a problem with what they see. When things aren't going right, I think all Bears fans have a right to that. That being said, if you're a true fan, you stick with your team. That's just where I am. I bleed this orange and blue. I'm Bears until I die, bro. Till the day I die. I tell everybody, this is me. Anybody that knows me, they know this is what I represent. This is what I stand for. But you have a right, I believe, as a Bears fan, to be pissed with this organization, to be fed up with the way they're doing things. And if you want to throw it on the players, if you want to throw it on the coaches, you got every right to do that. Just have your facts in order. That's all I ask. When you're going to have your reasons, state your reasons and be clear on them. That's all I ask.
And don't bring no emotions to it or saying, "Oh, we're gay" or whatever.
Oh no, well, yeah, I'm not gonna get into other antics with nobody else because I'm a grown man, bro, and I don't really get caught up into all of that stuff. Real talk, bro.
What's up, CG Ruthless?
Yeah, but for me, it's just about sticking with your team, man. You gotta stick with your team, man. You know, support your team. Don't be fair weather. Don't be a bandwagon fan. If you're gonna be a Bears fan, be a Bears fan. Am I going to tell you not to have a problem with it, not to go off, not to blow your stack? I will not tell you that. I do it myself. I was so pissed yesterday at that game, Coach, until I didn't watch another football game the rest of the day. I was just that heated. That's why I didn't hear Mike Tomlin talking, and I didn't see no results.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch the Sunday night game. I was just done, bro. I was done. You have a 21-point lead, and then you get out here, and you want to talk about the brilliance of your coaching decision and how if it would have worked on 4th and 1,
I was pissed, bro.
We would have ran the clock down. If that wasn't the dumbest coaching logic I've ever seen in my life. We used to have Mark Trestman in this town, a guy who was so afraid to address his players that he would never stand in front of them, according to Lance Briggs and Brian Urlacher and all these guys that was here. He would never sit in front of them in team meetings.
What's up, Arkansas, babe? You get a what's up? What's up? How you doing?
What's up, Teresa? Coming on here with
She's like, I don't get a what's up? Okay, well, you got a what's up now.
Yeah, you got a what's
up. I'm sorry, guys.
But we had Mark Trestman in this town, and this dude was so afraid of players, he was sitting in the back of the meeting room and wouldn't face them. He wouldn't stand in front of these grown men. A grown man scared to stand in front of grown men. I think he was a better coach than Matt Eberflus. And he did absolutely nothing in this town.
Shoot, hell. Yeah. Trustman was better, man.
Virginia McCaskey, Michael McCaskey, this entire Bears brass, they should be embarrassed, bro. Right. The most storied franchise in NFL history. This is what you're producing.
Because at one point, I mean, even in the 2014 season, Cutler would have had almost 4,000 yards if it wasn't for, him missing some certain games. And plus, like you said, we were putting up points. And our defense wasn't half as bad as this team was. 14 games straight. We've never been this type of bad, ever. And we are synonymous with defense. This Chicago Bears team is synonymous with defense. And so whoever just comes into this coaching, whoever comes into this building, they got to understand we are the monsters of the Midway. We are built on defense. And the fact that and running too, but mostly just defense. But like I said, if you are gonna give up 25 points per game in 14 straight games, that is a fireable offense. I don't care who you are. We can go 9-8, 9-8. I don't care. You need to be fired. Period. 14 straight games, giving up 25 points per game.
So
Regardless of what happens,
at the end of the day, Coach, he's proven that he does not know how to coach, nor does he know how to rally his team, bro. His team does not play for him. You got players checking out of the room on him. Justin Fields is getting in the media saying that coaching has been his problem. Chase Claypool getting in the media saying that they're not using him properly. DJ Moore said the same thing in a game that was caught on a live mic, where Levante David from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who knows him from his Carolina days, told DJ Moore that they weren't using him right here in Chicago. And DJ Moore said, "Tell me about it." But he's your prized possession in the trade for the number 1 pick and all of this here. So you're not going to hit him across the head. You make Justin Fields do damage control and get in front of his locker and try to clean up everything. And then when Chase Claypool says one word, speaks his mind.
When they get on the field, they say the true stuff. They say true stuff.
When they tell the truth, you penalize them and villainize them. But Bassett, you'll get in the media and you'll crucify these dudes. You'll let the world talk about them like a dog.
Everything is always political with the Chicago Bears. We're always playing political. Like, we're always putting politics over performance. We're always putting, well, we had a great day of practice. We had some great stuff. Like, dude, stop being so political, bro. Like, let's talk football. We played like crap. We gave up 24 points against the Broncos on defense. We need to play better. Like, stop being around the bush. Like, seriously.
Exactly. Speaking of playing better, do me a favor and put that last comment that T.O. just put in the group there, bro. Let's address that. 3 keys to a victory over Washington. Great question, T.O. Real three keys. I think it's real simple. Coach, I'll let you start with that.
Okay. 3 keys to victory over Washington. Like I said, number 1, we got to establish the run game. Figure out how to establish the run game. 2, the second one is to have a combination of like some RPOs, like you did with the Denver Broncos. Have some RPOs, get Justin Fields out of the pocket, bootleg. Just this, I'll get him out of the pocket with the bootleg. And 3, Matt Eberflus needs to drill it into his defensive line and his defense as a whole to freaking tackle, because I don't know what's going on. Guys are missing their assignments. They're not tackling well. I mean, this is what we need to do if we want to beat Washington, because Washington, they got a good offensive coordinator and Eric Bieniemy. So they got to make adjustments. They got to figure out ways to kind of confuse Sam Howell into throwing the ball, baiting him, figuring out how to baiting him, make adjustments on the fly, because that's something that they haven't been doing. They haven't been making any type of key adjustments. Every time through the last 4 quarters of the game, they always run damn near soft zone coverages. They never freaking blitz the quarterback. They allow the quarterback just to sit in the pocket and just throw the ball, which has been a problem all season long. They've made Russell Wilson cooking our defense. They've made Baker Mayfield look like Joe Montana or Tom Brady. They've made Jordan Love look like Aaron Rodgers. And this has got to stop, bro. This defense has got to step up. They got to get their head out of their asses, and they got to start playing some damn football, because this offense has been stepping up. Justin Fields has been stepping up. Luke Getsy, he coached a good game. There are some points in the game, of course, with the fumble. I didn't like the fumble with the naked boot, and, of course, the 4th and 1. He's got to get better at it. But the main problem has been the defense. The defense has been the problem, and they got to work on that.
Yeah, those are great points. Those are great points. Giving my 3 keys to the game, I'm gonna piggyback a little bit on yours. I thought Khalil Herbert had a great game. Continue to pound the ground and pound. Continue to ground and pound. Get that run game going and build off of it. That's key point number 1. The Bears' identity has always been run first on offense. We need to keep that identity or reestablish that identity. Keep it in place. That's number 1. Number 2, keep Justin Fields cooking. Do not let him cool down. You got a hot Justin Fields right now going into week 5 of the season. You need wins. You need W's. That means you need executing offense. And right now he's giving that to you. Keep him hot. Keep him cooking. If that means bootlegs, fine. If that means rollouts, fine. But don't just depend on that. Sunday, everything was not bootlegs. Everything was not rollouts. Justin Fields was allowed to be comfortable and get himself in position in the pocket where he could throw that ball with confidence. And that's what he was doing. Keep that going. If you see something's working, keep doing it until they show you that they can stop it. Don't go away from it. Don't get cute. Don't become conservative on offense. Ground and pound. Keep hitting them. Keep Justin Fields going. Keep him cooking.
Keep slinging that damn ball.
Absolutely. And on defense, my third point, number 1, you keep you establish the ground and pound game. Number 2, keep Justin Fields cooking. And number 3, real simple. Stop playing so vanilla on defense. Get intricate. Cross it up. Change up the plays. See what the offense is doing and take it away from them. Stop being cute or stop being vanilla, if you will. Stop being so basic with how you're attacking things. Stop thinking that everybody's just going to throw into a cover 4 zone. Everybody's not stupid. The high school players know better than to do that, bro. High school players know better than to do that. If you got a hit philosophy, show it. Go hit somebody. I don't give a hell who you hit. Go hit the referee if you got to.
Start wrapping up. Because guys are not wrapping up. missing
somebody.
sacks.
Show me what the hits philosophy looks like. If you want to save your job in this town, Matt Eberflus, you better start turning these L's into W's, bro. Unacceptable that we have moral victories in Chicago because morality victories don't never win nothing in the NFL, bro. So those are my 3 key points. Ground and pound, keep Justin Fields cooking, and become intricate on defense. Got to.
I agree.
That's what it's at. Hope that answers your question, T.O.
Hope that answers your question, T.O. What else? I'm probably gonna keep it a little bit short or something.
Okay.
I'll probably keep it to probably 50 or 52 minutes. But I'm gonna look at some.
Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do you think the connection you saw between Justin Fields and DJ Moore is going to continue after this game?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's going to continue because, of course, this last game he kept connecting with him, and you definitely saw that it has been working. So I think this is going to carry over to this Washington Commanders game. Even though they do got some good players, especially on their defensive front,
very strong defense. Very strong defense.
They got Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, those guys. Those are going to be some studs. So Justin Fields is going to he has to get the ball early and often. I think with Luke Getsy, he can't get too cute at all. He's got to run a lot of more slants to kind of get Justin Fields going like he did this last game. And he's got to get Robert Tonyan more involved. I kind of like the way he's been kind of running. This last game he had Robert Tonyan, and then he had Cole Kmet close together, and then they kind of ran the route, ran like an end around route, and he threw the ball to Robert Tonyan. So I like how he got kind of creative with that one. So with Luke Getsy, he's got to be as creative as he was with the Broncos. But like you said, don't get too cute, man. If you have a good lead going, put your foot down. Don't get cute, man. Because like I said, this is the NFL. These are grown ass men, and
Mhm.
if any team gets a glimmer of hope, they see your weakness, they're
That's all
gonna
they
take
need.
advantage. They're gonna
Absolutely.
take advantage of it,
And I
and
want
that
I
has
want
been
to
the
add this one
problem.
more. I want to add this one more thing to my keys there. If
What's
you
up,
got your
Joseph?
foot on their neck, run the score up. Treat it like we're in college. Do not take your foot off, because when you let up, that's when they get going, bro. Cannot let up. Keep it coming. Fight. That's what we need to do, bro. That's what we
Joseph,
need to do.
Joseph Archer says, "Does anyone know if DJ Moore is okay from Sunday's game?" I'm not too sure. They haven't gotten any up. I
I haven't
haven't
heard
gotten any
anything.
updates.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard any updates about him being injured. They didn't mention that in the press conference, but I think he's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
matter
did
of
take.
fact, they interviewed him post game
Mhm.
at his locker, and DJ Moore seemed fine to me, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
didn't
he
see
didn't
no
let on.
injury
He didn't have
updates.
any inklings of anything. I don't know where that came from. There, that question.
Philip Harrison says, "I got my sweetness jersey on today. That's what's up, bro.
Too bad
True
he ain't
Bears
coming out
fans,
that
man.
locker room, Flip.
I don't care, man. I'm still gonna be making videos, even if we go 0-17, which is not liable to happen. But or
Man,
even
let's
if we
bring
lose,
that
even
up.
if we lose 17 straight, or go 0-17, I'm still gonna be making Bears videos because I don't not quit on my team. I ain't no fair weather, and I'm gonna support Justin Fields till he goes to the next team. I don't care.
I
I ain't
love.
gonna,
Speaking of that, Cole, I love what I saw Chicago Bears fans do early Sunday morning before the game. They put a video clip out on X, or formerly known as Twitter or whatever.
yeah, X.com.
Right. They put a video out showing their support for Justin Fields. They said it's time to get behind our guy. And they said we're standing with Justin Fields. And it was fan after fan after fan after fan showing their support for him, bro. That's what we got to do in this town. You want
That's what
a
we gotta
winner in
do.
town, you support your guys. You know why Jordan Love is able to win and play productively in Green Bay? Because the Green Bay brass, the Green Bay players, the Green Bay fan base, they support that guy, bro. They support him. We got to support our guy if we want him to win. He's
And we
never
got
going
some
to
Bears
win if
fans
you ain't got the
chanting
support.
Caleb Williams. Chanting Caleb Williams. Are you freaking serious? Like, really?
For what? So you
For
can have
what?
another quarterback that they destroy in this now? Are you kidding me? I don't want Caleb
Mhm.
Williams to mess his career up coming here.
And then some saying Tyson Badger, but we're not gonna I'm not gonna, yeah, no. We're no drama here. But yeah. Facts. What's with the facts for T.O.?
Oh, he's just agreeing with what I shared about the support. I believe that's what he's alluding to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
gotta get
support your guy,
behind.
bro. You
You
gotta
gotta
support
support
your
your
guy.
team. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be behind Justin Fields 100% of the time, man. I mean, yeah, I may be critical of him, but I mean, I'm always gonna support him, till he goes to another team. I mean, I will support him, because he's Ohio State, but not
Mhm.
as much as I will, but I will
Of
support
course.
him.
Look, bro, I'm like this. So long as you wearing this orange and blue, I
Right.
am going to support you. As you
Right.
get out this uniform, I'm gonna root for you as a fan of the sport. But
Right.
if you ain't in this orange and blue, you come to town, bro. We got to be on the other side of that fence.
Exactly. I'm gonna be rooting against you, especially if we're playing against you. Yeah, I'm gonna be rooting against you.
Only
But
players ever came to Chicago and didn't have on my team colors, and I still rooted for him a little bit, was Derrick Rose, bro. He the only one to get
yeah.
that love from me.
I rooted for Devin Hester too. I rooted for him when he went to Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, as long as he wasn't playing the Bears, oh yeah, I was with you. You play the Bears now.
Joseph Archer. I thought Poe said that he was going to shape this offensive lineup. It looks to me that it's shaping down. Bears needs to do right with Justin Fields. What do you got to say about that?
Here's what I would say about that. He has addressed a lot of the needs on the offensive line. You still got to put players in proper position to make plays. I was looking at what's his name, JP Sullivan, who does the QB school. That's a good one, people. If y'all haven't seen him, go check out JP Sullivan. He breaks down game film on quarterbacks in different games. And he was talking about the positions that they're putting some of these offensive linemen for the Chicago Bears. Show the play where they got Darnell Wright lined up on the right side. He's our right tackle, and they got Cole Kmet sitting on the outside of him. When the ball is snapped, Cole Kmet should be chip blocking the man that Darnell Wright is assigned to block on the edge rusher. But what he does instead is he cuts underneath and goes behind Darnell Wright. And what that does is short steps. He broke this down. It short steps Darnell Wright so that he doesn't stretch out with his step, with his first step. Right. He doesn't stretch out far enough so that he can get the leverage that he needs to get on this guy. And if you're going to have somebody over there, you have to have him to chip and then release. You do not have him standing there and then have him go underneath, because if he does that, you're shorting your right tackle, and that's giving the man an edge to come around and get a sack on your quarterback, bro. It's about technique. It's about the intricacies of the plays. It's about the attention to detail, bro. Little things have to be shored up for this offensive line to play better, bro. And I believe personally that's what you've been seeing. They look great Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say about that. They look great Sunday. And if you can get them to do it for one game, you can get them to do it for all games.
I definitely agree. Yeah, that's good. I like how he broke that down like that. Yeah. I also saw Tim Jenkins. He broke down some good stuff too, with Justin Fields, And
speaking of offensive line, Tev Jenkins is coming back this week.
Oh yeah, he's coming back from IR. I'm not too sure if he's going to play this week because right now they're just going through walkthroughs. Yeah, this is a short week. They're like this week they're just going through walkthroughs. They're not putting on pads so far, but I think they might play him against the Minnesota Vikings after this Washington Commanders game. Yes,
Bears need to be 1-4. We should have been 2-3 after this, bro. But we need to be 1-4. We got to get the ball rolling in the right direction. I don't care what it takes. Get a win. Get a win. If we got to win 6-3, get a win. I don't care what it takes at this point. There are no more excuses.
We lost pretty.
I can't take another showcase from Justin Fields playing this outstanding and coming up short because of poor decision making with coaching or whatever. No more excuses. Get a W. We need a W.
Yeah, because Justin Fields, he was so demoralized after the game. Like, somebody said.
But wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I would. I would.
335
I was even demoralized, and I'm not even playing.
28 for 35, 335 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception, 1 fumble, 20+ yards running. What more can you ask a man to do? Jesus.
130 plus QBR rating. 132.7 QBR rating.
You wanted a perfect Justin Fields? He gave you that. Pretty much for almost the entire game, he gave you that. The hell. And you still
with all our deficiencies, with all the false starts we had, with all the holding calls. 10 penalties. 10
penalties. And the man still had you with a 21-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
And you guys want to draft Caleb Williams. Get the heck out of here. But anyways, man, I'm going to end this stream. I'd like to thank all y'all for coming. Philip, CG, Chicago, Sports Michael, T.O., even though you can't be annoying sometimes, and you, Donberg, even though you can't be annoying.
Love having you, T.O. Love having you, man.
Yeah, we love having you, man. But I'm gonna go with one more. Okay, Joseph Archer. Who do you guys think is here? We kind of explained it. We already talked about that, Joseph, early on the show. So you can watch it earlier. After I finish this live stream. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I'm probably gonna make another video probably after that Washington Commanders game. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But as always, guys, Chicago up.
What? Bear down. Let's go. Let's go, team. Let's go.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way.